Costa Rica, San José, la hora 1:58 pasado meridiano.
Hi, I just arrived to Costa Rica, so this is the room. I'll be staying in this one, and I haven't met my roommate yet, but the weather is hot and humid. It feels like Florida or anywhere in Central America, so we're gonna go out, grab some smoothies, some mossy bowls, some toast or something fresh, light, and healthy to have for the rest of the afternoon, and then we'll see what happens this evening.
We arrived in the afternoon, so most of us just grabbed some snacks at the mini market nearby and chilled at the hotel for the rest of the evening.
Good morning, it's our first full day in Costa Rica. Oh God, I'm so excited. I booked this at least a year ago when I was suffering in the cold, and I was like, I really want to be someplace warm next January, so this is the perfect place to be. I walked out of the airport and I was already sweating, so I'm really excited for today. We're heading towards the Fortuna area, and we have a little bit of a bus drive to get there, and we have a few activities along the way that our tour director planned for us, so excited to see what's gonna happen.
Also, I'm doing this 10-day tour through Costa Rica with EF Ultimate Break, my all-time favorite group travel company. After getting on the road, we played a game of two truths and a lie to get to know each other a little better before arriving at our first stop, a heart of palm plantation run by the loveliest people. The owner walked us through the whole process with translations from our tour director Jonathan, and we even got to taste some of the unprocessed harvest, which was a bit like coconut. After the demonstration, they treated us to a feast of all kinds of dishes made from the hearts of palm, and wow, everything was incredibly delicious. Time to get back on the road to our most adventurous excursion of the day, kayaking on Lake Arenal.
So we just hopped off the bus. We're about to do some kayaking at Lake Arenal, which will be really cool. Sun has been going in and out all day today, so I'm hoping we'll get a little bit of sunshine and we can see the volcano from the lake.
I couldn't bring my cameras on a few of the activities during this trip, so big thanks to Hank for sharing his Insta360 cam footage. We arrived at our hotel later in the evening, and after freshening up, went into town for our included welcome dinner, and that was pretty much the end of day 2.
Good morning from La Fortuna. I can't get over this. We woke up in the jungle last night after pulling in, and it was pitch black, so we didn't see anything. It's so cool. And you could just barely make out the volcano through the trees over here. So I think if we have good visibility today, it's gonna be incredible. We're gonna have breakfast first, and then we're gonna do some whitewater rafting, which I've never done before, so I'm a little nervous, but I think it's gonna be super fun. Might have just pulled over on the side of the road because we saw a sloth.
Our tour director said he's only seen one this up close 3 times in his 20+ years of tourism here, so we couldn't be more excited. onto our whitewater rafting excursion, I definitely didn't bring my camera on this wild ride, so enjoy these shots captured by the lovely camera crew here, but it was so much fun and I'm really glad I tried it. We were also rewarded with a hefty plate of nachos after completing the course, which was perfect. And then we had a little bit of time to wander around the town of La Fortuna.
So we just finished up at whitewater rafting, and then we came back to the town of La Fortuna, and we just walked around for a little bit before we are going to the hot springs, which is going to be really nice and relaxing after a very busy morning. So excited for that.
Before the hot springs, we made a brief pit stop at this local artisan market to pick up some fun souvenirs.
Candid shots. Looks like fun.
We spent the whole afternoon unwinding at the hot springs after a day of adventure and grabbed a delicious dinner from the Green Spoon back in town.
Good morning. I believe this is technically day 4 from Costa Rica. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, we woke up in La Fortuna area this morning. We're just outside of the town, but we're going to the main waterfall that you see all over Instagram today. So I think that's going to be such a cool experience. But I'll never get over this view of just like waking up in the middle of the Costa Rican jungle. I think is top tier, like next level. So I'm excited to see what our next hotel looks like. It's in the Monteverde area, which is where we're heading after the waterfall today. So we'll keep you guys updated.
It's a bit of a challenge with a lot of steps getting down and back up from this waterfall, but it's so worth the hike. After finishing up at the waterfall, we got back on the bus towards the Santa Elena region, stopping at a cute little rest stop for lunch.
Was not expecting this at all for like a little cabin shack up in the mountains. I don't know how they built this. It's 2 stories, so we do have some more people above us, which probably have a better view, but honestly, I'm so happy with this place. How cute is this? And I think we're gonna have a really good view tomorrow morning. Very excited about that.
Never getting over this gorgeous hotel, we all freshened up a bit after checking in and noticed the restaurant here had a happy hour running, so we grabbed a few Goro sours to try.
Okay, so I've decided that it's too chilly here to not bring a jacket or some type of pants with you on this trip. So that's just a heads up. When you come to Monteverde, it's gonna be chilly at night. Yes. We're not prepared.
Please heed this warning, we were actually freezing from the wind, but it was so worth it to go into town for an included dinner at a local brewery, and we might have hit up the bar afterwards. Clearly the DJ catered to our group, but it was such a fun night. Hello from Monteverde. I'm just about to head out the door because we're heading to the nature walk area where we're also going to be doing some ziplining today, which is the thing I was most excited to do. So I'm really excited about this. My voice is a little off because we went out last night and as you saw, it was a lot of fun. So I'm hopefully gonna be ready for today, but you know what, we'll just take it easy today, see some nature, hopefully some animals, fingers crossed, but it's gonna be fun. I think we all needed to reconnect with nature a little bit after last night, but this was the perfect chill activity to start the day. But the view from up there is literally insane. Like you could see the Arenal volcano, and then he was saying there's a dry forest over towards the Pacific coast, and then we're in the cloud forest currently. So lots of different types of landscapes and vegetation here. Okay, it might be too windy to hear me. He said at the top of the cloud forest where we're currently walking that it's like the top of the continental divide, which is pretty cool. Not, did you say continental divide?
Yeah, continental divide.
Pretty sick.
We saw lots of cute little critters and interesting plants, but unfortunately it was a little too windy for much of the wildlife. Either way, it was a fun little excursion and we grabbed a quick bite to eat in town before our afternoon of ziplining through the cloud forest. Couldn't film much here either, but let's just say the vibes were high and the views were epic. We made it back to our hotel just in time for the most incredible sunset, and while some of the group took off for an evening nature hike, the rest of us had a nice little dinner at our hotel. Definitely one of my favorite meals of the trip. I'll actually never get over the place. Like the view of the sunset
after such a long day of ziplining and hiking. Oh my gosh, it's just been incredible. And I wish, honestly, we were staying more than just 2 nights here, because that's the minimum amount of time that you have to spend in this area to make it worth it for the people who live here locally. So really excited about tomorrow, but also it's going to be bittersweet leaving this incredible place because it's just beautiful. Good morning, it's our last morning in Monteverde. We're just heading down to breakfast right now before we get ready to get on the bus, and then we're heading towards Paco, or I think that's how you say it, and we'll be staying near Playa Hermosa. So that'll be much different than where we are right now. Right now it's very like chilly. I'm wearing a sweater, and I think we're gonna have 80s and 90s at the beach. So I'm looking forward to the change in weather, the warmer weather, but I really am gonna miss this place. I think it's so beautiful.
After breakfast, we returned to our room to find some friendly little visitors hanging around. These guys are just so cute. Back on the bus, this time towards the beach, and we made a few pit stops along the way, including an afternoon of paddleboarding and beach time before reaching our hotel. We packed it up just as an afternoon storm was rolling in, but honestly, this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. We even saw scarlet macaws flying overhead. Our next hotel was literally right on the beach, so after dropping our bags, we grabbed some margaritas and watched the sunset from the sand. Does it get any better than this? We were treated to another included dinner tonight in the town by Playa Hermosa and had some fun walking around afterwards before calling it a night.
Woke up in Jaco this morning, which is a nice change from being in the cold. It's like 85 something degrees, probably we'll get into the 90s today, but I'm really excited because we're heading to the Manuel Antonio park, so we're gonna see hopefully lots of wildlife, lots of animals. Another sloth, fingers crossed, would be incredible. But honestly, the view from out here doesn't get any better, and there's been lots of people running along the beach too, so it's just such a fun little community. So excited for today, let's go.
It was only about an hour's drive to the park from our hotel, and then we had the whole morning to explore and the afternoon to relax on the beach. What a good deal. There were monkeys all over this park, and this little family was too cute. A small group of us did a hike up to Cathedral Point for even better views, and luckily we saw lots of animals along the way.
ATV in the morning, and then catamaran in the afternoon.
It's gonna be a great day. Super excited. Probably the highlight of the trip.
Yeah? You think it's gonna be the highlight of the trip?
I think so. I think it will be.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
So we just finished up our afternoon or early morning into afternoon day at Manuel Antonio Park, which was incredible. We saw so many monkeys. They're everywhere. But now we're about to get ready for lunch, which we're eating in a really cool restaurant. I don't know if I want to spoil it. Maybe I'll let you find out. But the concept is very unique and I'm excited to try it. Anyway, today the weather has been incredible and I'm so happy to be on a beach.
Yep, this is a restaurant based around a plane here, and the views from the place are just too good to be true. We had a free evening to enjoy and caught the sunset back at our hotel. Most of us decided on a chill evening at the restaurant here after such a long day, and tomorrow was going to be even more action-packed. Couldn't have asked for a more beautiful day here, and after a quick breakfast, a few of us used our free morning here for something pretty adventurous. We planned a 2-hour ATV tour that included some swim time at a private waterfall, and it was so much fun. My first time going, and I absolutely loved it.
Halfway through the ATV tour. Hiking to a waterfall.
We had to rush to get back to our hotel afterwards for our afternoon catamaran cruise, but honestly, it was so worth it. Definitely my favorite day of the trip. Not only did we have abundant sunshine this day, but we also got to see so many dolphins jumping around our boat. I might have cried happy tears at some point. We were treated to a fresh seafood lunch and some swim time before catching the most amazing sunset at sea. And before we knew it, it was time to head back into port and return to our hotel. We had the rest of the evening free and grabbed some dinner in town before bed after a long day.
Actually, Barry said that we're leaving Playa Hermosa this morning, but at least it's overcast and cloudy, so I'm not going to miss it as much if it was a beautiful sunny day outside, so that's okay. But we're heading back to San Jose, and we'll probably have a few stops along the way, and then we have our farewell dinner in the evening, so I am looking forward to that, but also I can't bear the thought of saying goodbye to everyone. This group has been one of my favorite groups so far, and I know I probably say that every time, but really they just get better and better, so it's going to be a bittersweet evening, I think.
Before reaching our hotel, we had to stop at a coffee plantation to enjoy lunch here and see the entire process of harvesting coffee beans from start to finish. It's incredible to see just how much work goes into 1 cup of coffee, and some of us even got to try our hand at coffee farming. Afterward, we were able to taste the various brews and shop for souvenirs to bring home. The dark chocolate covered espresso beans were my absolute faves. Back to where this tour started in our San Jose hotel, we all got ready for our farewell dinner nearby and were treated to some unique gifts from our tour director John on our way back. Such a bittersweet way to end the trip, but it really was such a fun night. Some people had early morning flights the next day, but I had a direct afternoon flight, which meant I had one more morning to soak up the sun here in Costa Rica.